What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, SmackNPie. After so long, we are finally here today, the big one. It's a serious and important event discussion that we're going to talk about, so without wasting more time, boys, let us jump into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got a good news and I got a bad news. Which one y'all want first? We're gonna start with the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. So, SAG, a lot of voice actors, actresses, producers, and all that other stuff are part of that. This is a union that protects these individuals, these actors from, copyright abuses, from the studios, freaking them out of their deals, and, giving them right deals and whatnot. It's a known thing, right? Well, we knew that the voice actors for video games, they were on strike, and we were hoping by now, they would reach a deal, and then we would get to a point where we can, start to see these voices back to work and whatnot. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we got an unfortunate news update for y'all. Eurogamer here reporting that SAG-AFTRA actors, voice actors, for the video games, strike set to continue, as union warns of alarming loopholes for AI abuse in latest proposal. So the proposal that is set by these studios sets an alarming precedent for AI integration, for them using AI so that the studios won't have to hire these voice actors and they can just clone their voices and then use the clone voice AI whenever they want that voice, the studios. In that regard, the studios will never have to pay those voice actors ever again. They would pay the upfront fee of cloning their voices. That's it. That would be the one-time fee. And after that, okay, hold on. So everybody wants to come in now. Everybody wants to make noises when I'm recording. So the strike, now that I've explained to you, now it makes sense why they're on the strike in the first place. So horrendous situation that we are in. It's going to affect so many projects. It's going to affect so many video games. It's going to affect AAA and indie games, of course. It's going to affect Super Dark Deception and Dark Deception as well. So that was the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. How is that going to affect Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 release? We don't know. How is that going to affect Chapter 3 development of Super Dark Deception? How is that going to affect Chapter 5 development of Dark Deception? We don't know. One thing is for certain, ladies and gentlemen, that Chapter 2 is still slated to drop in March later this month. And if y'all remember, Vince did a poll last time where he said, okay, there are some voice lines that have not been recorded because of the strike. Would you guys be okay with me releasing the game without those voice lines? And I've said it before, Super Dark Deception, in my humble personal opinion, never needed voice acting to begin with. It would have been perfectly fine. It was just text like good old retro 16-bit, 8-bit games back in the day, the Game Boy days, the 3DS days. We never needed those voice acting in the first place. To me, they were always a bonus. So if they ditch voice lines completely for Chapter 3, I would understand, but no, at this point, we're deep into it, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Now, the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that Dark Deception tweeted on official X. Yesterday, X was down, but today, we got this good news. It says, the first Chapter 5 teaser trailer, this is a big one for y'all Chapter 5 crazy fans. Chapter 5 first teaser trailer will drop with the release of the final version of Dark Deception Chapter 1s to 4s on Steam and console. Let me repeat myself. Chapter 5 first teaser trailer will drop with the release of final version of Dark Deception Chapters 1 to 4 on Steam and Consoles Plus. He's talking about Enhanced Plus on Steam, and he's talking about the Dark Deception Chapters 1 to 4 on consoles. Now, one would wonder, okay, the trailers for Chapters 1 to 4 Enhanced were due to drop by April or May. Does that mean, since Chapter 5 teaser is estimated to drop in June, does that mean, ladies and gentlemen, that Dark Deception Enhanced might actually drop in June? Possible, ladies and gentlemen, possible. So the only way this statement would make sense if Dark Deception Enhanced Chapters 1 to 4 trailer and Dark Deception console trailer drops in April or May, which would be next month and the month after that, and the game itself drops in June, and follow that, at the end of June, we get Chapter 5 teaser trailer. And as you all know, we made a video weeks ago related to how GTA 6 release date could affect Dark Deception Chapter 5 release dates. Let's say, suppose if GTA 6 were to drop at late 2025, let's say November or December, then if Chapter 5 was supposed to drop during that time, it would either get pushed back or push up. Push up is most unlikely, but it's going to get delayed into 2026. It's an exaggeration to say the least, but you can see a lot of AAA games like Death Stranding, Metal Gear Solid, and so many others are actually Avowed just dropped. So a lot of games are dropping now and around summer or before, just so that they don't have to compete with GTA 6. So things are picking up pace, but at the same time, very cautious. We are very cautious because of the SAG strike. Before it was writers, then it was actors, I believe, but they reached their deal a few months later. It took them a while, but these are video game voice actors for them. Unfortunately for many, these video game actors, they don't count as real actors. In my humble personal opinion, sometimes these video game actors are far better and they far exceed their talents, far exceeds of those quote-unquote real actors, but that's just my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, I've taken too much of your time. I don't want to edit that much. It's good to be back. I brought you bad news. I brought you good news. We're going to take good news. I'm going to run with it. And if there's any good update or, any update, we'll let you guys know. Susu for more 100K. I'll see you in the next one.